So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Guys, just about to go to bed. Sorry I couldn't do the live stream. I was knackered. I just got up and watched the Mayweather fight. And guys, it was bizarre, man. I don't know what you guys made of it, but yeah, it was a bizarre fight. I don't even don't even know what to say, but it was a bizarre fight, really bizarre. Logan Paul was massive in there. Mayweather was missing a lot. He landed a few shots, and credit to Logan. It looks like he's worked out his game. He's looked to improve his boxing. But he didn't have much power behind his punches. Mayweather missed a lot of punches as well. I can see why Mayweather doesn't want to come back and fight in a real fight, because he didn't look great at all. He missed a lot of punches. I think the height of Logan Paul and the size, it's difficult when you're fighting a guy that big. And Mayweather said at the end that Logan surprised him. He was a lot better than what he thought. I think Logan did a good job of surviving and getting through to the distance. I thought Mayweather looked troubled. I don't think Mayweather looked particularly great, if I'm honest with you. Again, a lot of people will say Mayweather carried him, and Mayweather just wanted to go the distance and just give the fans a bit of entertainment. It wasn't that entertaining, to be honest with you. It was quite a dull fight. There wasn't a lot of punches. There wasn't a lot of exchanges. There was a lot of holding. Obviously, Logan was so much bigger than Mayweather. But I do think he surprised. I think he surprised a lot of people. I know a lot of boxing fans are gonna say, "Oh, Mayweather dragged it out the distance." I don't think so. I just think that the guy was big. He was able to take a few shots. Mayweather was missing as well. He landed a few shots here and there, but I just think the height and the size, it's like David v Goliath. It was huge. It was a massive size difference in there, and it made for a messy fight. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great watch at all. I've already seen certain people online saying that this isn't good for boxing. Logan Paul went the distance. Mayweather ruined the reputation. Come on, man, get off it. It's an exhibition fight. Logan Paul's been training. He's been working hard, and he managed to go the distance. Floyd's never been a big knockout artist. And he's now 44 years of age. He's not sharp anymore. He doesn't look great anymore. And to be honest, I think Floyd should carry on doing these exhibitions. I don't think he should ever come back to boxing, because from what I've seen against McGregor and what I've seen of this Logan Paul fight, Mayweather's not the fighter he was. I saw against McGregor, he missed a lot of punches. And in this fight, he missed a lot of punches as well. I think Mayweather's done the right thing, retiring and making a lot of money through these exhibitions, because in terms of him being an actual fighter now, I think those days are well behind him, well behind him, because that was anything but Floyd Mayweather. I actually think Floyd Mayweather was trying to knock him out. If you look at early on in the fight, he was just more boxing normally, but then after about 3 rounds, he started walking Logan Paul down. Logan Paul had no power in his punches, so Mayweather just started walking him down. But I felt like Logan Paul was able to absorb everything Floyd Mayweather threw at him. He absorbed everything he was throwing at him, because he was so much bigger than Mayweather. He was able to take his punches, and yeah, it was just like, I felt like the fight just drifted to a round fight. But Mayweather, after the fight, he said that Logan surprised him. He was a lot better than what he thought. I think it was more the size. I think it was more the size and a height that definitely made a bit of difference. I know people were saying before the size and the height ain't going to make a difference. And to be honest with you, I didn't think it would. I just thought Mayweather would. I was a bit surprised Mayweather didn't stop him, to be honest with you. I did expect Mayweather to... I did think Mayweather would let it go a couple of rounds, but I did think that he would just put the foot on the gas and try to stop him. I think he tried to. I just don't think he could find the right moment. I do think from Mayweather's interview after the fight, I think Mayweather wanted to stop Logan Paul. I do think he wanted to stop him. I just don't think he could. I think he tried to put his foot on the gas, walk him down. Logan didn't tire. Mayweather landed a few flush shots. Logan Paul took it. And yeah, I just think the fight drifted to 8 rounds. Credit to Logan Paul for going the distance. I don't know what to make of these type of fights, because I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, Floyd carried him. And I don't really believe, people said that Floyd carried Conor as well. I don't believe so. I believe Floyd wanted to get him out of there. I think Floyd wanted to get Logan out of there. But I think him being 44, his reflexes not being the same, not known for his punching power. I just don't think he was able to do it. If there was anyone else, like if Canelo fought Logan Paul, he'd be knocked out in 1 or 2 rounds. Manny Pacquiao fought Logan Paul, he'd be out. I don't think Floyd was a knockout artist ever. And I also think that although he was the puncher in there, I said before in my video that I did before the fight that I think he's going to be the puncher in there, not Logan Paul. And I was right, he was the puncher in there. But again, he didn't really land a lot. And Logan Paul was using his size and clinching a lot. And that I always knew that was going to happen. I knew Logan was going to clinch a lot, use his size. And basically, I felt like Mayweather was walking him down majority of the fight. Logan was looking to survive. He landed probably a few jabs here and there. But on the whole, it was not the most exciting watch, if I'm honest with you. And I don't expect it to be. When you've got a novice, like a YouTuber novice, a guy that's not got much experience in there, it's not going to be an exciting fight. It's generally one-way traffic. And this was what it was. Mayweather was walking him down. Logan was trying to survive for majority of the fight. And Mayweather couldn't get the knockout. I think for Logan, it was like a moral victory that he went the distance. You know what I mean? Whereas I think Mayweather, towards the back end of that fight, I felt like Mayweather tried to put the foot on the gas, because I think he wanted to get him out of there. I just think he thought that this won't be a good look if he goes the distance. But I just think Mayweather just couldn't get to him because he was so big. Mayweather just couldn't kind of pin him down and get him in a position where he could get to him and get him out of there. So on that sense, you got to give Logan credit. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people that said Mayweather let it go. No, I don't believe so. I just think that he couldn't pin him down. I just don't think his size and height and reach was too much, in the sense that I just don't think he could pin him down. I don't think McGregor was that big, and I think McGregor tired. And obviously that was a 12-round fight. He was able to, wear McGregor down. He did exactly the same thing to Logan Paul. He walked Logan Paul down because Logan Paul didn't have any power behind his punches. His technique, Logan Paul's technique, obviously he's improved a little since the KSI fight. But again, there's no power behind his punches. There's not technique where you're going to generate power to hurt somebody or to hurt a boxer like Floyd. So that's why Floyd, otherwise if he was powerful, Floyd wouldn't be walking him down like that. And I actually think Floyd doesn't fight that great as a pressure fighter, because when I saw him fight against McGregor, when he was walking McGregor down, he was missing a lot. And same today, when he was walking him down, he was missing a lot. I actually think Floyd is best when the other guy's coming to him and he's a counter puncher. When guys are coming to Mayweather, Mayweather makes them miss and makes them pay. I actually think when Mayweather has to take the fight to somebody, I'm not sure he's as effective. I actually think Mayweather's better on the back foot. Let a guy come to him and then makes him pay. There was actually times in the Canelo fight when he actually walked Canelo down and started putting it on Canelo. But that was a prime Floyd Mayweather. That was Mayweather in his prime. Like, of recent years, when I seen him against McGregor in this fight, he doesn't look as sharp. Do you know what I mean? His reflexes don't look the same. And that's obviously, it's Mother Nature taking its course. He's older now. He's not the fighter he was. So it's not so surprising. But again, you do expect the fact that he was fighting Logan Paul. And I felt like he was trying to get him out there and he couldn't. I think that just shows that Mayweather should never come back to boxing again in terms of fighting an actual fighter, because he'd get beat. I think he'd get beat by a half-decent boxer like Keith Thurman or someone like that would beat Mayweather right now. So Mayweather needs to stay away from coming back and fighting these young guys. I think if he wants to carry on boxing, stay in the limelight, then these exhibitions are not bad. But again, this wasn't very entertaining, to say the least. And Mayweather couldn't close the show either in terms of getting a stoppage. A lot of people wanted to see him knock out Logan Paul, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it, and I actually think it's, like I said, it's a moral victory for Logan Paul going the distance, because there wasn't no judges, there was no decision, there was no one who won the fight. It's a fight that went the distance. So for me, that's a moral victory for Logan Paul, going the distance with Floyd Mayweather, a YouTuber, going the distance. Now, Logan said at the end, you can never know with this guy. Did this guy let me go the distance? And a lot of the fans are going to say that, oh, well, I don't personally think so. I think Mayweather, towards the back end of that fight, was trying to get him out of there. If you look at Mayweather's urgency, the way he was walking Logan Paul down, I think he wanted to stop Logan Paul. I just don't think he could. I just think when he was walking forward, he was missing a lot of punches. And when he did land certain punches, I just think Logan Paul was able to absorb the shots. Yeah, it was what it was. It was bizarre. It was bizarre, but, you know, it was a bizarre matchup, a YouTuber v a boxer. But like I said, Logan Paul, and talk about Logan Paul, I think Logan Paul, to be honest with you, I'm not sure whether against any active, decent guy in around his weight class. I don't know what weight he is. I don't know whether he's a cruiserweight or if he's a cruiserweight. He's a fairly big dude, right? I think both Pauls will probably be better doing what they're doing. I actually think Jake Paul's a better boxer out of the two. I think Jake Paul could probably, if he works hard at his game, I feel like, I'm not saying he's going to win any titles or anything, but I definitely think, you know, you could make a career out of it, in the sense that, you know, I think he can fight at some level, not to say any kind of world level, but I think he could definitely make some kind of career out of it. I think he's the better fighter out of the two. I think Logan could probably carry on doing these type of exhibitions. I think Jake could maybe do it at a much higher level. I do think if he keeps working at improving his skills, I think Jake Paul could definitely fight at some kind of level. I think Logan's more of a bodybuilder. He's quite stiff, quite slow. I think if you look at Jake Paul's body, he's not a bodybuilder. He's more nimble as well. I think he's a more of an athletic physique, whereas Logan's got more a bodybuilder's physique. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know whether both Pauls are gonna do this seriously. I do think Jake has the ability to do it seriously. I'm not sure he can get to any kind of level, but I definitely think that, you know, he could do it seriously. I'm not sure about Logan. I don't know whether Logan has any ambition to do this seriously. Like, when I mean seriously, I mean do it professionally against professional fighters, because this fight was an exhibition fight. Does he have any kind of ambition to do it professionally? I don't even know whether Jake Paul has any kind of ambition to do this professionally, but let's see, man. Let's see. Listen, it was a bizarre fight. You know, it went the distance. What did you guys make of it? Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Do you think Mayweather carried him? I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people that say that. I don't personally think so. I just think it went the distance. I just think Mayweather couldn't pin him down and get him out of there. And Logan Paul managed to survive. Basically, that's what it was. You know, Logan Paul trying to survive on the back foot. Mayweather walking him down for majority of the fight. And that's just what I saw. And Logan Paul clinching a lot of hugging, lot of, you know, not many exchanges between the two. Yeah, it wasn't a firefight, that's for sure. It wasn't a great watch, but, you know, it was what it was. That's what we were expecting. We were expecting this kind of fight. But leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Do you think it's entertainment? Would you like to see something like this again? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.